How did America become the world's most powerful nation? It's a story of ambition, struggle, and transformation that spans centuries. Let's dive into the real history of the USA. Long before it was called America, this land was home to millions of Native Americans. They lived in diverse, well-organized tribes, each with its own rich culture and traditions. Life was deeply connected to nature, built around farming and hunting. But everything changed in 1492 when Christopher Columbus arrived, marking the start of European colonization. Soon, European powers like Spain, Britain, and France began claiming territory. They brought new technologies, but also new diseases that devastated native populations. Native Americans were pushed from their lands, and a dark chapter of conflict and destruction began. To build their new colonies, Europeans turned to a brutal system: slavery. Millions of Africans were forcibly brought to America, stripped of their freedom, and forced to work under horrific conditions, especially on southern cotton plantations. This inhumanity built a significant part of the early American economy and created deep-seated racial divisions that still echoed today. By the 1700s, 13 colonies were under British rule, but the colonists grew angry with British taxes and the lack of political voice. The famous cry, "No taxation without representation," sparked a revolution. In 1776, the Declaration of Independence was signed, announcing the birth of the United States. After winning the Revolutionary War, America's founders created the U.S. Constitution, a groundbreaking document establishing a democracy with principles like freedom of speech and religion. George Washington became the first president, setting the course for this new nation. But the country was far from united. The issue of slavery split the nation in two. The industrial North opposed it, while the agricultural South depended on it. This deep division exploded into the Civil War, one of the deadliest conflicts in American history. The war ended slavery, but the fight for true equality and against racism was far from over. Following the war, America entered a period of incredible growth. Railroads crisscrossed the country, factories boomed, and new inventions changed daily life. Millions of immigrants arrived, chasing the American dream, the idea that hard work could lead to success. Cities grew, businesses flourished, and the U.S. began its rise as a global economic force. The 20th century was a turning point. While World War I and II devastated Europe, America emerged stronger. Its industries and military grew massively, and after World War II, it stood as one of two global superpowers, alongside the Soviet Union. This kicked off the Cold War, a tense rivalry between American capitalism and Soviet communism. It was an era of nuclear arms races, proxy wars, and the famous space race to the moon. When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, the United States was left as the world's sole superpower. In recent decades, American influence has exploded, thanks to technology and culture. Companies like Apple and Google have revolutionized how we live and communicate. Hollywood movies and American music have spread across the globe, shaping pop culture everywhere. Yet, for all its power and success, America is not a perfect nation. It grapples with serious internal challenges like political division, racial inequality, gun violence, and healthcare disparities. The American dream remains out of reach for many, highlighting the complex reality of life in one of the world's richest countries. Today, the world is changing again. The rise of new powers like China raises questions about America's future. Will it maintain its position as the world's leader? The story of the USA is still being written. Its history teaches us that power is complex, built on both triumph and tragedy. Understanding this past is the key to understanding America today and what its future might hold. Thanks for watching. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into history.